business model that isn't lucrative and perfectly legal. This controversial strategy was implemented by Bounty's CEO, Michael Pearson, who was hired to head the company in 2008, even though he had no prior experience in the pharmaceutical industry. He had spent the past 2 decades working at McKinsey.
Effective G2A by force.
Switches.
Oots, what's up? Working on a whole new concept right now. It'll still It'll still be similar. It's not a complete derailment, but I have some ideas that I want a new, kind of a different direction. Pretty stoked, really inspired, really excited. And these are bigger too. They won't all be bigger, but I just have a really cool, once I get a better understanding of my own idea, I'll be able to explain it better, but it's already in motion. How you doing? Art of Mind, what's going on? Thank you. Yeah, I'm excited about, I was just talking to Oots. I can't really describe what I'm doing yet, but it's in motion. I don't have the words. It's not, I'm just trying to, I have a bunch of ideas, really inspired, really excited. And some bigger pieces, pretty excited. But the idea stems from the test called Rorschach Test, like the psychology test that they used to do. I don't know if they still do it. They probably do it in some capacity, where they would show images and then determine your psychology, or where your mental state, I guess. But I just have this idea of like starting my pieces in a similar fashion and then just seeing where I end up with it. And right now I'm just blocking in things, even because I still don't see a lot in this painting. it's still just, these are just fragments. I kind of have an idea of what I want to focus on. And right now I just know I need some color in there to start seeing things so that I can play with it. So right now I just thought it's pretty non-intentional and abstract even with what I'm doing right now, but I just need color in here. So I heard it referred to as like just blocking out my colors, literally using like a straight brush and just blocking in my areas where I'm gonna need color to play with tomorrow. And I sometimes, the plan is, so if I do this now, I don't have to do this tomorrow. So I can have it there'll be a different objective for tomorrow if I can get my colors in now. But there's no rhyme or reason other than that. Thanks, Oots. Yeah, I'm probably the last time I was excited about this was my Optimus Prime helmets, which was like a couple months ago when I first started it. So this is like the new idea in my life. I always can fill my time with reoccurring themes and ideas or little like tweaks and stuff, but this is a whole new, I wouldn't say direction, just a whole new concept. My direction will still be very similar to some of the other work you see, just the idea behind it is fresh. Vegan dolls. Yeah, there's been a few stages already where I was really happy with it, but I have to see, there's a bunch of ideas coming, like I have to keep pushing a lot of it so that I can kind of like, okay, let's do it again. And let me tweak. So I'm figuring out what needs to stay, what needs to go. Because I really do have the intention of doing these a couple times, and maybe more if I enjoy it. But I really like the concept, and once I kind of paint a couple of these, that I'll be able to explain the concept a lot better. There's an interesting process too with ideas, because sometimes I get really good ideas, but they don't come to life, or they get put on the back burner. And then sometimes I get a great idea, and within minutes or hours, I'm starting them. And what the difference is, I probably could never tell you, like why. I guess it's just based on that, I would say, like energy / inspiration. Like, does it have enough juice to make it to the canvas? But sometimes I do have really good ideas. I'll write them down. I keep all my notes, either in my phone or in a book, because my ideas are really important to me. And sometimes I can use the ideas in something else. But this idea started earlier in the week, kind of even before the Sailor Moon thing. But the Sailor Moon painting really was I saw something in that one that I wanted to go deeper into, and an idea was formed from that. Dimensional fragmentation, motion, and abstract. You never know how it could end sometimes. Yeah, I'm counting on it. I do have a direction that I want to take it, but I'm also open to seeing where it wants to go and then using that. I am trying to shoehorn in my concept, which is kind of the opposite of the Rorschach test. But again, I need to work at a bunch of different angles with this concept to see if it's really worth continuing, and how much I like it. Because I'm trying to figure out a lot still. New ideas are a little bit tricky because they seem good in your head, and then when you execute, they're just not there, or something, or there just needs to be a lot of like development with them. Like, they need to be really nurtured, and sometimes I have things that transpire over years that like continually I advance, but with this I do have a vision. So not just with the painting, this painting, but a bunch of paintings that could come from this. So I'm trying to see if that's going to be a reality or not. But again, the idea is the Rorschach test being the impetus for this thing, where I just search myself to see what I see, but I've created the test itself, so like the doctor and the patient experiment. You're a tough one to figure out, vegan dolls. I don't. Do you remember Problem Child, where Kramer was like the villain in that one, and he had to look at these. I was looking it up today, and Michael Richards had to look up these Rorschach tests, and he said, "Oh, I see pink bunnies and clouds," and he was obviously trying to divert the doctor from figuring out he was a psychopath. It's a super deep cut, but it was a movie called, I don't know if it was the second Problem Child or the first Problem Child. So when you tell me it looks like the mountains of Colorado, I don't know where your mind's at today, if you're being sincere or if you're messing with me. And both, I'm okay with both. What were we talking about last time? It was funny, I can't remember. You watched it for real? Do you know what I'm talking about then? It's super random too, right? Like, yeah. Oh, I can't believe you know what I'm talking about. I just remember that, like, the only reason I pulled it up because I actually was watching an old documentary on Rorschach Test and trying to learn a bit about it, so I'm not completely ignorant. And then I remember that scene from the movie where he's like, "Hey, Warden, catch!" He throws the weight. I don't really remember a lot from it. They would come back to me, but anyways, I looked up that scene today. Yeah, Problem Child was great, man. Those were Problem 1 and 2. Yeah, same. Problem Child was it. It was it helped raise me for sure. It was like on the same radar as Drop Dead Fred. And what else? Drop Dead Fred, Problem Child. There was a few. Even Return to Oz, that grimy, like, Return to Oz was kind of in that camp, but I might be off on my timeline. Problem Child 2, what else was there? Sandlot. Sandlot's still king, but that Problem Child 2 was even like a random movie for back then. But is Problem Child 2 at 90s? Yeah, it's gotta be, right? 90s, yeah. Yeah, 90s. There's the one, which part is this where he's like, "Sorry for the delay, but I had to scratch my balls." Remember that part? Remember that part? "Sorry for the delay," folks. He's doing like the puppet show when he meets the girl. Oh, that's right. She was the second one. The evil girl. Heavyweights. Oh. Heavyweights. I'll look it up. I'm gonna look it up now, see the thumbnail. Heavyweights movie. Heavyweights movie, 90s. Oh, dude, no. I have no idea. Hang on. Maybe I've seen it, but... Oh my god, no. And it's got Ben Stiller. No, I feel like I missed Heavyweights completely. Okay, when you say fat, see, yeah, maybe I saw it when I was a little older and it just didn't resonate, so I don't even have any memory. I didn't watch it in like its key crucial time where it helped me define me as a child. like the same way Problem Child did, or some of the other ones. But that's a good one. That's interesting. Fat camp. They can't do anything now like that. Send your kid to camp, let alone fat camp. Are they still allowed to have camps in general for the children? Or have they all been removed from society? I think I went to like a Christian camp when I was a kid, but it was like just like so my parents could get me out of the house. It was like nothing to do with my experience at all. Just go here. I was also a bit of a troubled child, so maybe that was part of it. Yeah, I can imagine, because I love Ben Stiller, man. Like, he's got some great characters. Did you know his dad is the old guy in Seinfeld? Is that obvious? Trivia? He's George Costanza's dad. That's Ben Stiller's dad. Oh, no doubt. Yeah. Yeah. That's funny. Yeah, he's still kicking, I think. I don't think he's dead yet. Why do you think they always go to like the dramatic, like Ben Stiller tried to remember The Secret Life of Walter Mitty or Schmitty, and then Jim Carrey did the same thing. Like they just get bored, right? Oh, he did die. Oh, okay. Wow. Jesus. It's so hot here right now. Like, so thick and so hot that I need the aircon on. And I'm not like, I don't really normally use it, but without it, it's unbearable. And my fan is so loud that you wouldn't even be able to hear me talk. Need a new fan, essentially. Yeah, I think I remember it being great, but I should watch it again because I don't have any recall at all for that movie. I do remember, yeah, that he did, like, that was a great. I saw it, I think I only brought it up because I saw Elijah Wood talking about it, some clip. The John, I called it John and Yoko, right? Cod M. I appreciate it because I felt when I was editing it, I'm like, oh, I'm not even gonna post it. It was just too kind of like it's not small, but just the way that the cameras, I put a lot of details in it, and I felt like It just looked like a blob, but I appreciate it. Checking it out. It's still cold there, vegan dolls? In the mountains of Colorado. It doesn't get cold. When where I am right now, we said like how long does it get cold for here? And the lady who owns the house said 4 days. Our winter is 4 days here. And now it's like peak heat. But it's not like sun scorching the earth. It's just so humid and like it makes you tired throughout the day. Like I get really tired because it's like overwhelmingly hot. But it's a difference, like when like the sun's baking the concrete or the asphalt, it's not like that kind of heat. It's just like everything you do, you go for a walk, you sweat, it's just hot. But it's affecting my sleep, or not sleep, I get tired, I need like a nap in the day, and it's weird because it's like like I need a nap or I'm gonna pass out. It's weird. Super hot. Yeah, I'm glad you saw that one, and I'm glad I posted it. But it's led me to where I am now. So it's an ongoing kind of like I'm trying to it needs a little bit of investigating. Probably the best word. I'm just investigating that same premise, even though this looks quite different, but it's the same idea as the John and Yoko Ono one, because but that, and then it actually came from I did the Sailor Moon piece a couple days ago now, and that's really what spawned the idea of like these Rorschach tests, which I've done kind of concepts of like that before, and I'm sure other artists have dabbled, but now I really want to take it to another level, and so I need to explore how this will work. So all I'm doing right now is I'm still playing with. I'm literally just blocking in colors randomly, so I have something to work from tomorrow. Because I painted the background painting in acrylic, and so now I'm painting oils on top, and I need a base so that I can start playing with what I see tomorrow. And I want to get these. It's almost like just prep work, not prep, but I'm just really putting in blocks of color. That's it. I'll just call you DC. That's a Dej Cohen Cod. Living in England. Yeah, no, okay, so vegan dolls, it is luxurious when you first do it, and that's what you're looking for. And I come from Canada, and I miss winter for 2 weeks, not 6 months. Like 5 months of winter's too much. But this heat wave, I moved to a new city 6 months ago, and this is like where I was. We kind of got, I wouldn't call it a winter, but we got periods where you could wear a sweater and like feel good, or you would ride the motorbike, the scooter, and your hands would get like frozen. Where I am now, that just doesn't exist, so it's just different for me. Like it's just pure heat. So yes, in a sense, like depending on when you're sick of the cold, it sounds luxurious, but I would much rather like a plus 14 right now degrees. Like because it's that hot, and I'm not much of like a swimming kind of guy. I'm just stuck in my room all the time, so kind of like. I think what I'm really surprised about though is just how tired I am, and I really don't think it's just because I'm older. I really think the heat like drains me like crazy. Never experienced it like that before. Does England ever get hot? Heat bragging, yeah. It's everything. I would never I probably would never complain 5 years ago. But it's like everything in life, like everything's better on the other side. Grass is greener on the other side. But it's actually not that bad. It's fine. It is what it is. I think the point was I've never been at like a big napper until recently. And I have shit to do. It's not even like, oh, good, I just want to take a nap. Like I'd rather do something else than. But I'm beat. We can move on. How about that? For 2 weeks, yeah. But it never get. Do you get snow? DC, do you get snow? Yeah, thinking about. Yeah. Sometimes I can strain myself if I'm got too much going on mentally. For sure. That happens. A lot. But not like the heat naps, like heat stroke. When I first, okay, here, this is the truth. When I first moved here, I played my only round of golf with this old guy. And by halfway through, I literally got heat stroke and then had to lie in the shower at their clubhouse for, I don't know, an hour. Not like an hour of just, and I puked up all my Gatorade. And that's how I knew it was, and then I had to just lie in bed for the next 24 hours because of heat stroke. I just wasn't used to it. Like my body grew up, I'd never experienced anything like that. And the other people were fine. So it wasn't like everyone was affected by it. I just never, where I come from, it's a different fucking planet. So I do think the heat hits me a little bit differently, but my wife's complaining a lot, so. So like a light dusting on the ground, and like how often does that happen? Like for a couple weeks, or sort of even like a couple months, where you just get like snow, like a dusting, like it just covers the top of the road and that kind of thing. Like, okay, in the UK, do you have to change your car tires every year? Spring is wind season. I think it must be the windiest place on earth. Wind is truly the worst. But are you talking about Colorado though, for real? Like that area? No, graffiti, I would say I study it in a layman's term. Like I love a good graffiti artist. I love like so I'm fascinated by the fonts of graffiti, and then of course I do like kind of my own thing sometimes and just experiment with it. And I've done it a bunch now. Like it's not completely foreign to me, but there's certain art like graffiti styles I couldn't. It would take me a week to like paint it like that they paint in what well some of them paint takes them a bit too. There's some I've seen some graffiti work that takes a while to complete, but I never try to get that sophisticated with it. I am interested in almost like the idea of like rushing, like there's certain like sloppy graffiti that I find really interesting and fascinating. Like it's just like I'm just leaving my mark, and that's it. Like I don't care. It's almost like I'm fascinated with, but I'm also really fascinated with like the artistry of grit, especially how it's advanced. So I wouldn't say I like study. Would you say I can't remember? Like I never. No one's ever taught me or anything like that. Northern New Mexico, I see a dusting which turns to slush. No change of tires. I see. Yeah, every year in Canada you have to change the tires. Like you have snow tires and then regular tires. And I'm not sure it's even, it might be a crime if you don't change your tires. Like it's legit. I'm not sure on that, but like it's just like standard. Like you grow up, oh, it's this, you got to change the tires. New Mexico. Fascinating. So you're still getting snow now. Yeah, that's crazy. And it seems like you're south then, right? Isn't New Mexico like rather like on this? I don't know. I can't picture the American map in New Mexico exactly. I kind of have a. You're on the west, right? New Mexico is Albuquerque. Is that Breaking Bad? Breaking Bad. That's what I got. That's my history of New Mexico. Pizza on the roof on that one house, and people drive by and like harass them still. That's my extent of New Mexico. But I didn't know they got fucking winter. Yeah, that's news to me. Like where you're still getting snow. But the wind is what people complain about. That's fascinating too. Wind. You're just wind bragging. Yeah. No, it's not a landscape I'm working on. Signature of a normal. Yeah. I love certain like graffiti like that. It's like I'm just gonna put my name here. But I think when you do that, you keep doing it over and over again. If you like it, and you get better, and you start picking up a style and a direction. No, but when I think of Breaking Bad, I don't think of snow. That's my point. At all. And am I right about your location? Like, how close are you to Texas? Or Arizona? Aren't you touching them? Or you're in the middle? Are you a flyover state? I thought Breaking Bad was in New Mexico. Is a massive state. Oh, interesting. Albuquerque. The only reason I say New Mexico is when I say Albuquerque, New Mexico, then I think of Breaking Bad. Albuquerque. But Vegan Dolls knows all about it. He'll tell us. Well, I think I'm even my sound paused still. And I might have to like move you because let me move you now. You didn't go through your Breaking Bad phase, like your Game of Thrones phase. You avoided them. Yeah, I did. I assume everyone's a dude on YouTube. I don't know. Well, my apologies, Vegan Dolls. Maybe with your name should have clued in. Because you're sarcastic. Not that fine ladies can't be sarcastic. But I just assume your harassment was masculine. Huh? That's good. I dug myself out with that one, I think. Your harassment is very masculine. Oh, come on, that's good. I'm in the clear now, no? Yeah, I don't know what it is, I guess. But Vegan Dolls is a little different too, though, if you look at our past conversations. I didn't include it. I just found your personality. But I'm wrong. My bad. And your husband cheated on you with Breaking Bad, and you rage quit, so you didn't finish. Everyone likes Severance now, and I tried like 3 episodes, and should I keep going? But I think my sister might be moving to the UK, like to outside of London soon for her husband's work. So it's kind of like it's been in the family conversation recently. I'm not sure like the dates and times and stuff, but it's a high probability that they're going to be moving outside of London. So I am fascinated. Maybe I'll have to visit their family if they're there one day. So it doesn't get cold and it doesn't get hot. No, you're not harassing. I'm just bugging you. You make funny jokes, and that I just didn't put it together. So you got to forgive me. That's all I'm at. That's what I'm getting at. But yes, I did think you were a dude this whole time. Yeah, that, and you can just take like what they have like Ryanair, and you just fly to Spain, you fly to like Germany, or you guys got a good train system, and I think there's a lot like I totally agree. Like there's so much exploring that people can do. Have you ever gone to Key Gardens? Oh, nice. What else do you have vegan dolls for 90s kids movies besides Heavyweights? Did you do Sandlot? Did you do Sandlot religiously? Did you treat it like the Bible? James Earl Jones is the scary neighbor. Are you gonna do graffiti, DC? You ever try it? I just realized I touched some areas that are not. I don't like it. Small detail, but then let it stand.